Welcome to New Gameplay. Today, I am Kyle Hilliard here with Brian Shea. What's up, Brian?
Hey, we're rocking right now. The soundtrack to this game is something else.
I know, it's pretty heavy. It's funny, when I was recording this footage, I actually, just the way my setup was, I couldn't hear it. So now I'm really getting into it now. But this is Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, which was a shadow dropped game during the recent Nintendo Direct. It was like one of the few shadow drops to come out during this whole summer video game fest, one might call it. And this is not Metal Slug Tactics. This is a different Metal Slug game that kind of looks like a tactical game, but isn't Metal Slug Tactics. We have a separate video for that on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
and
it was kind of confusing because I think everybody expected this to be Metal Slug Tactics, and then it's like, oh no, this is another semi-strategic. Oh geez, you just murdered that group of guys.
That's right. Yeah, it is semi-strategic is a good way to put it. The closest point of reference that I can make to this is Plants vs. Zombies, which is a high compliment because I like Plants vs. Zombies a lot and feel like I haven't really... Because I'm not even a big strategy guy, but I like Plants vs. Zombies, and I feel like I haven't had that experience in a game in a while.
Yeah,
but
tower defense games are I feel like that's the pinnacle of that genre for me anyway.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of chasing that high ever since Plants vs. Zombies did what it did.
Yeah, and this, to kind of explain a little bit what's going on, although I think I'm about to finish the match, on the bottom left corner of the screen where it says L1, that's, I'm going to use Plants vs. Zombies terms here, because that's just my favorite point of reference. That's kind of like your sun, right? Those are like your sun points. And then you can actually press L1 to make that load faster rather than use it to choose soldiers, right? And so, you have those points, and then in the bottom row there, I had 2 soldiers and a tank. You can actually, if you have 50 points or whatever, you can select the soldier guy, and then it will kind of, continue to reset. And it's all about, choosing what you're going to send out to fight when. And then, when they're out there, everyone can do, an extra bonus attack if you hit the square button, but it's on a cooldown. So
okay.
there's strategy in the sense of, saving up for the things that you want, and executing those special bonus attacks at the right time. You don't want to use them too early. Then you always have in the bottom right corner a tank that's always kind of charging over the course of a match.
Mm-hmm.
And that is another thing that's you want to use that at the right time. You don't want to use that too early. I tended to save them until there was an open area to send out my guys,
Yeah, and
to make sure that tank can make it all the way to the right side of the screen.
And it's interesting. The name implies that, you are attacking them, which it makes sense, but you are sending them out as if it's a tower defense game, which there was Metal Slug Defend before this, and now there's Metal Slug Attack, which this is actually a mobile game that came out in 2016, I think.
Right, which you told me recently. I didn't know that. Yeah, I
yeah.
missed
So
this one.
this came out on iOS and Android either in 2015 or 2016, and this is the first time I've actually seen it in action. So it's interesting that there's also a defense one, and then this is more attack oriented, which I think is more in line with the Metal Slug pedigree if you've ever played the classic arcade games.
Right. Yeah, it's just a good fit because Metal Slug has these great sprites and great animation, and so what you're doing is you're just sending out cool looking characters to just do stuff for you,
Yeah, and I like that it operates on kind of the cooldown the sun in Plants vs. Zombies. I wish there was maybe there is a way eventually to generate more energy faster like you could with the sunflowers.
Right, yeah. Well, for example, I had 200 AP. I could have used that for soldiers, but instead, in that instance right there, I chose to upgrade the little lady in the corner so that now she gains AP faster.
Oh,
so that,
okay.
That's a decision you have to make. Again, I used it again. Now, see the little meter above her head?
Mm-hmm.
That will get higher and higher. The higher that is, the more AP I'm generating quicker.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
So, yeah, so now I have, she's, generating a ton of AP really fast. I'm sending out tons of guys. They're glowing blue, which means I can use their special attack if I want. I'm very overpowered on this early tutorial mission, but yeah, I mean, I've been impressed. Like I said, I missed the mobile version, but I'm playing this on PlayStation 5, and I'm charmed by it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems really neat, and I'm excited to dive into it. You're playing on PlayStation, and I got a copy for myself for Xbox, or I'm sorry, not Xbox, Switch. So
this seems like a great Switch game.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely, especially if like it has like a lot of replayability, which remains to be seen. This would be another one of those games that like would be great on an airplane.
Yeah. See, here I sent out my tank because like the runway was pretty clear. There was only that one soldier there.
Well, you took out the soldier. You didn't do any damage to their tank.
That's fine. I think I'm still going to come out on top on this one. There's no way to know for sure. There we go. But hey, that's Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, which is out. It is out now. And I've only played it a little bit. I played through the tutorial missions. I probably spent like 20-30 minutes on it. But I wanted to like share some gameplay and then share that I was impressed. And if you like Plants vs. Zombies and pixel art, take a look at this thing. I think you'll be interested.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and I'm really excited to check it out for myself now because it looked cool in the trailer, but now it looks even cooler in action.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Brian. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.